What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to have this conversation with you black men out there on the come up. You know, I love talking about that because it's dear to me. Some of you brothers are there now, or some of you brothers are on your way. And on your way to your come up, you know, you're gonna have a lot of folks mad when you decide that you don't want to be or them to be in your life anymore. They're gonna be mad. And a lot of folks are gonna take it personal. A lot of folks are gonna be upset, but this is what is going to happen, and you ought to believe that it will happen. People are gonna be like that. They're gonna be petty. It will be their fault. Now, I wanna talk about this in terms of Aisha Howard. Here's a woman that is much older than Anthony Edwards, has more life experience than Anthony Edwards. You already have a child by a rapper, so we already knew what was going on, okay? But now, what happens? She decides, because he don't really want to deal with her like that, he not trying to, claim the kid, now she wants to be evil, all right? And I'm not gonna call it evil because what Anthony Edwards is doing is actually evil, but she's being petty. She's like 15 years older than the guy. She's exposing text messages. She's initiating the text message. He goes, "Are you feeling better?" He goes, "Yes, I am. What about you?" He goes, "I'm okay, but I have a question." "Okay, what's up?" "You don't like condoms?" "I do, but not those ones." Okay. He goes, "Okay, well, I don't just be wild and slanging it everywhere. I'd be lying if I said the condoms didn't throw me off or that I didn't want you to, but I'm hoping you have some discipline with your lifestyle and all. I F with you, so I let it happen, but I was being serious when I said I don't deal with anyone." He goes, "I ain't F nobody raw, I got you." Okay, I don't know what the rest of it. He goes, "I think very highly of you, yes you." Okay, so that conversation is crazy because she's basically saying, I don't really do this, but because I F with you, I do this. And so you let this young dude not only hit it raw, but of course he finished all inside, and now you're trying to basically expose him. But the reality is you are exposing yourself, all right? And not only yourself, you're dealing with a young guy who's not even like 15 years younger than you. And see, this is the trick, guys. And you're seeing it right now with Lil Wayne and Denise Bydot. All of a sudden when these dudes don't want him no more, all of a sudden, you know what? He hit me. He abused me. He did all of this, but it was all good a week ago. It was all good back then. It was all good when it happened, but now all of a sudden, here we go. Okay? This is what he did because he don't want to put up with my stuff. He treated me like somebody normal when I thought it was all good. Well, now you know that it's not all good anymore. Now you know it's down bad. Now you know it's problematic. And see, this is what the dangerous part is, man. You see what's going on with Diddy? Okay, we all know that Diddy's a monster, but some of that stuff, Diddy, I'm not gonna say all the way that he didn't do things, but we would have to agree that he might not always have been at fault for everything. But when it's no longer beneficial, then we can say that. We can say that now. We can put all that on the line and say, hey, you did X, Y, and Z, but now since you ain't dealing with me no more, it's all bad. Okay? And they can go out there and they can do anything to you guys. They can say anything to you because it's completely okay. And it doesn't matter. And the black men got to be smart. You guys got to wake up. This is what is going on. This is what is happening, guys. You mess with these chicks, you don't want them. This is the least of your worries. Putting it all out there. But now once they start calling a grape and all that, and that's when your things start happening, man. And many men do not see that coming. They do not see these problems festering. But this is exactly why, man, you don't deal with some of these chicks in the first place. Listen, I know I'm beating a dead horse here when I say this, but a lot of guys have worked entirely too hard to mess around and deal with a booty clapper. You've worked too hard to give it to somebody with a BBL that's struggling just so you can hit it with no condom. You've worked entirely too hard. Please do not give yourself to them. Okay? They should have done something to be there. You had them to be there, so why don't they? They don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything at all. All they gotta do is sit there and clap cheeks and wear sandals and then take your money and go mess with somebody else. Is that all they have to do? It's entirely insane. Then try to expose you when they allowed you to do it. Like, do you know how silly you gotta be? You let a young dude do that to you, basically play you like you was a little girl. He won't claim the kid. And the reason why he won't claim the kid, because he doesn't want to claim you. Because for you, you're a nobody to him. And you're upset your feelings is hurt? Why did you deal with a guy like that in the first place? Why did you deal with a guy like that in the first place? The guy told you he thought you were a nobody. In so many words, he ain't tripping off you. He doesn't even acknowledge you. Doesn't even care about you. Right? You're no one to him. No one at all. Doesn't care. Could care less. And you're out there acting a complete fool. It makes absolutely no sense. And you are looking like an ass. No matter how you want to slice it. You can slice it any way you want. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Usually for all that you do, subscribe to the bell. We're out.